The EMT is to recognize compensated shock and prevent its progression.
Some of the onsets of compensated shock.
Not too much with this. This is very important too. What's going on in your body during compensated shock? Right? What we know has happened is we've lost some blood. Our blood pressure is dropped. We have these baroreceptors. You know, baro means what? How about when you watch the weather, you talk about the barometer?
Pressure.
Pressure. Right? So what would barotrauma mean?
Trauma caused by pressure.
Like when you want to make too hard with the BBM. Okay. So the pressure sensors in your major vessels detect a drop in blood pressure. Okay. They then send an impulse to your brain, which enacts several things. Okay. What it's going to do first of all is suppress this vagus nerve and speed your heart rate up. Okay. Other thing it's going to do is it's going to constrict your blood vessels. Okay. Because remember from before, just hide this eraser to me. Blood pressure equals what? What makes blood pressure? We talked about this the other night. It's two things.
Contraction and relaxation of the arm.
Not quite. On the right track, but not quite there. Paul said one of them.
Preload now.
Okay, PVR stands for peripheral vascular resistance. Resistance in the system. Okay, what goes right here? Output. Yes, cardiac output. So blood pressure equals cardiac output times peripheral vascular resistance. Okay? This is all about the fall into place next year. Okay, cardiac output. What determines cardiac output? Peripheral vascular resistance.
Peripheral vascular resistance.
Yes. Now, cardiac output. What determines cardiac output?
Stroke volume.
Stroke volume. And
Heart rate.
heart rate. Alright. And what determines peripheral vascular resistance?
The diameter of the arteries.
What does that say?
Diameter of the vessels?
Just the arteries.
Arteries. Yeah, diameter of the arteries. Diameter of the arteries. It would actually be the arterioles, because you know your aorta is not going to constrict very much. It's done at the arterioles.
Should we probably
What?
you think it'd be a good idea to probably
That's in your book. That is on page number 258. You can write it down if you want, but you've already paid a lot of money to have the paper drawn for you. Okay, so now that we've got blood pressure plus cardiac output times peripheral vascular resistance, what this really equates to is blood pressure equals stroke volume plus heart rate times Alright, so this breaks down to blood pressure equals stroke volume plus heart rate times diameter of the arteries. Right? Alright, so let's say that taking perfusion from the tissue that deems non-essential for survival and start shunting that to your core organs. Because your core organs are much more sensitive to hypoperfusion than your peripheral tissues are. Any hang-ups with that concept? We're going to have a relaxation of our precapillary sphincters. Okay? However, the sphincters on this slide are going to remain constricted. And we're going to have, what type of metabolism is going to be going on here? Alright, so we're well beyond compensated, we're in decompensated now. Alright, we're not getting perfusion, so what kind of metabolism do we have going on? Anaerobic. Alright, remember, perfusion is delivery of oxygen, right? So with no oxygen, no aerobic metabolism, we have anaerobic metabolism.
Producing lactic acid.
Producing lactic acid. Exactly. But remember, perfusion is also the removal of waste products. Alright. So now I'm much on the screen, of course, we're mad. We have an accumulation of waste products, but they're not being taken away.
Not from you.
5 different types of shock. 1, 2, 3. Okay. This is important. You can choose to write it down or not. You must know it. So however it is you learn it. Okay. Alright, let's go back to the woefully inadequate medical terminology lecture. Alright. First of all, we'll take this word shock out. We already know what that means. Hypovolemic. Okay, hypo means what? Okay, it has several meanings, and slow is not the one we're looking for tonight.
Inadequate.
And now, how about low? Okay. IC is pertaining to and volume, right? Pertaining to low volume. Okay. Hypovolemic shock is caused by low fluid volume. Whether that be excessive bleeding, whether that be excessive diarrhea, whether that be excessive vomiting, whether that be excessive urination, where for some reason, remember on the last slide I had a picture of that dude talking about the inputs and outputs of the fluid? Output greater than input. What that boils down to. Alright, cardiogenic shock is caused by the heart not delivering adequate output. Okay? Going back to this equation right here, I'm going to tie every single one of these to this equation right here. And it's going to be the coolest thing ever. Alright? Hypovolemic shock. Which part of the equation are we messing up in hypovolemic shock?
Volume.
Stroke volume. Alright, so in hypovolemic shock, we reduce the stroke volume, right? In cardiogenic shock, what are we affecting? What? Right. Well, we're affecting cardiac output, so it probably has something to do with the contractile, the contractility of the heart or the rate. So you're either taking out volume or heart rate. You're taking out stroke volume or heart rate. Okay. For whatever reason, this is caused by things like massive heart attacks. Caused by things like trauma that reduces the heart's ability to pump effectively. For example, there's an injury called pericardial tamponade. And what it is you have your heart, and then